Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Hello, good morning. Welcome, all my good friends, and even my bad ones. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy. So excited to be in the building with all y'all one more time. Welcome, my good folks. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is an exciting day. It is Tuesday. We on Tuesday like we've never Tuesdayed before. We gonna double up on our Tuesday. Put the 2 in Tuesday. Welcome to another edition of See You in the Morning. My horrible idea to wake up in the morning and put out way too much of my personal business. I'm, of course, your host, Cletus Cassidy, man. And if this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've been here before and found it not robbery to come back and watch one more time, I appreciate you because you could have been anywhere in the world. Anywhere. You had your options, but you chose to be here with me, and I definitely appreciate that. Now, this show is a collection of just tomfoolery. Now, I don't know what Tom did to make foolery his and his alone, but it's definitely a collection of tomfoolery. We do a lot of tomfooleration on this show, but we have a good time while doing it. And so since we have such an amazing time, we just broadcast it all together. We all come in together. Now, this show can go in a variety of directions. It's usually guaranteed to go left. And because of that, man, we put that disclaimer out earlier. We let you know that this show's probably going to take a left turn at some point. And I may or may not cut my blinkers on. Sometimes I warn you about a left turn. Sometimes it just comes out of nowhere. You just look up and we've gone left. But that's part of the joy, the mystique of the show. So we'll have that. The only thing that stays solid, 100% solid, the only thing I can guarantee you, and I'm going to try to do every single show, is to speak to the people that speak to me. I'm going to come right on out, say, what up, what's happening to the people that speak to me. So let me go ahead and get that done. The first 3 people, of course, in this Olympic season, this Olympical season, the first 3 people in the mythical morning medals. So let me get those out. Coming in, winning the bronze this morning, of course, would be the pride of North Carolina. She's got all kinds of licenses. Y'all celebrate Courtney. She just got licensed again. So she got all kinds of letters after her name. If you thought her name was long, wait till you see all the letters after it. It's like NCC, LSCM, DGT, but not LGBTQ. All of the letters except for those. Big shout outs to Courtney, Weston, and Murphy. Not saying that there's anything wrong with having those letters, but I'm just saying Courtney doesn't. So winning the bronze is Courtney, Weston, and Murphy. Coming in with the silver is my man Snoop Boykins, y'all. And winning the gold medal this morning is Lisa Bazemore Bishop. Good morning, Lisa. I have a date with Lisa. I just watched Coming to America the other night. Top 5. You know what? That's what we're gonna talk about today. So Lisa with the gold, Snoop with the silver, and Courtney with the bronze. Almost getting a medal, but not quite. The aluminum fourth goes to my man downtown Keith Brown. Emmy time, Emmy place, Michelle McKinney. Good morning. Wilberta in the building. IDA. Good morning. Princess White. Robert Richardson. First of all, I love pretty Rob is what he calls himself. It takes a lot for a man to decide that they're pretty. He says that other people call him Pretty Rob. I've never heard anybody else call him pretty. Nobody ever. But his claim is that they called me Pretty Rob. I don't know who they is, but big shout outs to him. This is a man who holds on every year, believing that the Buffalo Bills, this is going to be their year. Now, Cowboy fans are obnoxious, but nobody circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. And to be somebody who supports a bad team as strong as Rob does, it brings a tear to the eyes. I mean, a team that he knows is horrible will never be successful. He supports them from the bottom of his scrotum. So big shout outs to my man, Rob Richardson. Pretty Rob is what he calls himself. And I say people lie to themselves all the time. People lie to themselves all the time. Crystal Sex Appeal, good morning. Miss Jackie Bonner, good morning. Crystal Pinnell, TT, good morning. Matt Perkins, good morning. How are you? Christine, good morning. Makiba, always a lady. Taylor, good morning. So let me ask a couple of questions today, because Tuesdays to talk about the Tuesday, so I'm going to talk about two different things. And I just want to ask questions. I want to ask a fitness question. There's some people out there that are into fitness. Not everybody. Good morning, Ron. Not everybody's into fitness. Some people are just fitting this piece of pizza in my mouth, fitting this food in my mouth. I'm fitting to eat. That's enough fitness for you. But are there male and woman exercises? I'm gonna tell y'all a true story. This happened to me, and it's very uncomfortable. Generally speaking, I don't go to the gym because the gym is just a horrible place to be. All kinds of weird people in the gym, things happen. But I recently went to the gym. I was working out. I was on the machine. And I know this story sounds like another story I tell, but it's a different story. I'm on the machine, chest pressing, chesting. I see a guy over on the other machines. He's going back and forth on machines. He's going from biceps to shoulder press, bicep, shoulder press, moving back and forth. My next exercise, good morning, Delisa, was supposed to be the biceps. My next exercise, good morning, James. My next exercise is supposed to be biceps, but I see him going in between machines. I'm not big on people using more than one machine, but if you do it, you do it, okay? It wasn't packed in the gym. I understand what he had going on. So it's time for me to go to the bicep machine. I'm going to go use it. I asked him using the international sign. You don't even have to talk. Using the international sign of "Are you finished?" I point to the machine. You have to have an inquisitive look on your face. You can't just, no, you got to have an inquisitive. That says, "Are you done?" He says, "Yes, I'm good." So I go to get on the machine to do the little biceps. He immediately turns to me without provocation. I didn't ask this man for a conversation, didn't ask him how he was doing, nothing. He turned to me and said, "How many sets you about to do?" I said, 3. He said, "Man, you're just wasting your time. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your energy. Just doing 3 sets ain't enough." Now, this is a well put together gentleman. He seems to have worked out or been to prison or both. And he says to me, "You got to do a little bit more than that." What I do is 8 sets of 8, or 8 sets of 10, or 8 sets of 12. You got to do at least 8 sets. I was like, okay. All right, cool. Got to do the 8 sets. And I'm telling you, you do the 8 sets, that's when you're going to start feeling it. You're doing that 3, you're not doing anything for yourself. You got to do at least 8 sets. And I was like, all right, cool. And he was like, "I know this because my dad was a bodybuilder in the military." And I was like, I didn't even know there was such things in the military. I didn't know that was one of the things you could be. I knew you could be a marksman, a sniper. You could work IT. I didn't know you just went to the military to bodybuild, but that's what his dad did. My dad was a bodybuilder in the military. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm thinking this is gonna be the end of the conversation. But he was like, nope, kept going. Because you got to put that weight on you. You know, I don't know whether you're trying to gain weight or lose weight, but look at me. You know, how much do I weigh? And I wasn't comfortable answering this question. I know you're not supposed to tell a woman what she weighs, but I don't know how do you answer that question when a man asks you that question. So he asked me, how much? You ain't supposed to be about 175 pounds. How much you think I weigh? And I didn't know. He was a girthier man, but he's sitting down at the time. And I was like, I don't know, 250. He got really upset. No, I said, maybe I said 235. I said 235. He got upset, stood up. Look at me. Tell me how much I weigh. And I was like, I didn't even know we was at the carnival. When did that happen? I'm confused. And then I looked around and made sure I was still in Planet Fitness and not Prison Fitness. I wanted to make sure I was in the right place. Good morning, Delisa and Eva Tay. I wanted to make sure I was in the right place. Look at me. And I was like, okay, 250? He like, no, 275. Thick, solid. And I was like, wait a minute, sir. Not thick, solid. Now it's taking a turn that I just knew whether I had to go to the bathroom or not, it won't gonna happen in there. It won't gonna happen in Planet Fitness. I'll tell you that right now. Once he told me 275, thick, solid, I was like, oh, not thick and solid, sir. I was confused. I was confuzzled. I was like, hey, man, I guess congratulations to you. Been lifting weights since I was 14. Huh? I'm thick, solid. I was like, am I supposed to yell out as a rock? As a rock, 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 rock. I didn't know what to say after thick, solid, you know. So he went on and started telling me about all of his life at that point. It was just crazy. He said, man, you know, what you do? I mean, what's your regimen? I was like, I don't know. I ride my bike a lot. You know, I just rode my bike today. Yeah, you got to get on that bike. Yeah, that'll do it for you. You know, I was thinking about getting a bike myself, but I live with my baby mama. And I was like, well, now this conversation's turned in directions I didn't want it to go. You know, we got a 3-year-old before in October. He then began to tell me his whole lineage of his life. I still haven't been able to get my set in yet. There was a lot happening. But anyway, moving from prison fitness, he started talking about stuff. He said, you know what you got to do? You know what exercise you got to get in? You got to get in them squats. You know? I'm talking about get you some squats in. Squats. At least 100 of them. Squats. And I, again, was like, why are you trying to shape and firm my backside? I thought the squats got your backside right. I'm concerned why he wanted me to tone up my backside. Again, I take a look around, make sure I'm still at Planet Fitness and not prison fitness. Why are you trying to tone and shape my gluteus maximus? I needed to know. So then I started thinking squats are a ladies' exercise. You don't really see guys get into the squats. Guys don't get into the squats. We don't do it. So now I'm thinking that's a lady exercise. Lady exercise. Then I'm thinking, are there male exercises and are there lady exercises? Are there age group specific exercises? What exercise do you feel like is a lady exercise? For example, I feel like aerobics are lady exercises. Every now and again, you see a guy in there, he's stepping on that little box too. The trap cardio, trap fitness, line dancing, all that's for the ladies. That's lady exercise. Man exercise got to be vigorous. You got to get hurt doing man exercises. Man exercises, men squat with the weights. He was just talking about just doing the squats, putting your arms out. Now I'm out here with a Megan Thee Stallion. I don't need a stallion back there. I don't need nothing to be dragging in this wagon. You feel me? Are there gender specific exercises? So Jane, you say aerobics are for stamina. Now I had a young lady one time ask me, she's like, hey, maybe you should come to the water aerobics class. They got water aerobics, they got water Zumba, water fitness. And I was like, I just don't. Then she thought she made it better by saying it's always at least a guy in there. You're not making it any better. First of all, I'm going to roll water aerobics. I'm peeing in the pool. I got one stretch piece. I'm losing weight instantly. I just don't think water aerobics are for the guys. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Water aerobics, not for men. You go in that aerobics class, you see that guy in there. You don't feel it. You don't appreciate him. You look at that guy in there and he be like, couldn't make it with the real exercises, huh? Couldn't do a real workout. Couldn't stand there at 275. Thick, solid. You couldn't do it, huh? I'm just asking. I'm just making sure. Try to figure out what your problem is. That man stood up in my face, told me he was thick and solid. I was just like, I'm never going back to that Planet Fitness again, is all I'm telling y'all. Never again. You can't breathe and hold your breath in the water. No water aerobics unless you coming back from an injury. That's what I was thinking too, Snoop. I don't think men belong in them water exercises unless you got a terrible ACL tear. You broke your legs, or both of them broke them off. Unless you broke off a leg or something, you ain't got no business being in them water aerobics. Thank you, Snoop, for doubling up what I thought. I thought I was right. I wasn't 100% sure, but I felt it. I felt it in my inner Shondo. I was like, I ain't got no business in here. What am I doing? What am I doing? That's right, I'm doing me. Thank you, Snoop. Thank you. Now you can go now. Yeah, if you being a creeper, go. You go and watch. But I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's hard to find yourself a view. Now, what I used to do back in the day when I was a young warthog, I would go to the One Life Fitness. I had money to burn at that point in my life. I would go to One Life Fitness. What's going on, Z? And I would stand outside. I would get on the elliptical outside the gym and watch the women do Zumba. You watch a Zumba class, that's pretty much the same as going to any strip club. You go watch a group of women doing Zumba, you're going to get the same sensation that you're going to get watching them on that pole. Zumba ain't nothing but organized stripping. That's all the Zumba class is. That's just organized group stripping. If you in for some group stripping, Zumba's where you want to go. Zumba's where you want to go. Now, talk about it Tuesday. We get to talk about a variety of subjects. I like to bring y'all in on Tuesdays. Let's go with our top 3. Let's do a top 3 today. I ain't done a good top 3 in almost a day and almost a week. Let's do a top 3. And you ain't got to throw nothing. Denzel, that's what I'm talking about. And you save money. So much less expensive. In this economy, Zumba class way more efficient than going to the strip club. Way more efficient. Let's talk it out, fellas and ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk it out. Let's talk top 3 today. Top 3 today. And I'm talking movies. I feel like I've seen everything on Netflix. I've seen everything on Hulu. But I love watching movies over again. I just got finished watching Coming to America the other day. Great film. So we're going to do them in categories. And I'm going to go with a category a lot of black people don't watch, so we may not be able to even talk about this. And Shannon, I'm on it. We're going to go top 3s. We're going to start with what I think a lot of black people don't watch. Y'all can prove me wrong, but I think a lot of black people don't watch it. Top 3 horror films, or as we like to say it, scary movies, because I think a lot of times a lot of us don't get that second OR in horror. We just be like horror films. I'm like, horror films? Films about horrors? You know, it's a horror movie. A horror movie? You know, you talking about porno? No, a horror movie. I want to go watch some horror movies. Horror movies? So it's horror. There's a second OR in there. It's not just horror movie. You know, you end up getting, you up there meeting, man, look at me, 275, thick, solid, watch horror movies. Whoa, wait a minute, sir. Nightmare on Elm Street, I think, is number 1 in black horror movies, or we just go with scary movies. Nightmare on Elm Street, number 1. Shannon Pass. Z Rogers go with Psycho. James with The Shining. Does Get Out count? Alien. Now, what about the black people classic Candyman? There you go. TT got it. Candyman got it. Freddy Krueger's right there. I think we got to go with the Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. I think those 2 are solid. And then you can slap anything you want to in there. You can throw next. That third, you can go with anything. Definitely not Vampire in Brooklyn. Vampire in Brooklyn was supposed to be scary. I laughed all of Vampire in Brooklyn. Eddie Murphy's wigs, his accent, all of it was hilarious. See, I didn't think Sixth Sense was a horror, was a scary movie. I thought Sixth Sense was just brilliant. I thought Sixth Sense was one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my life. M. Night Shyamalan, he is the definition of hit or miss. M. Night Shyamalan, he'll either get it right or it's gonna be horrible. Either his movie's gonna be great or it's gonna suck. There's no in between with M. Night Shyamalan. Children of the Corn. I didn't watch that one. People Under the Stairs. Anytime it's got that many words in the title, I tend to not go. Even though Nightmare on Elm Street is a lot. Friday the 13th too. Z, I think people like The Exorcist. What's the one with Norman Bates and his mama? Is that The Shining? Children of the Corn. You know, my grandma wouldn't let us go watch that because she didn't believe in wasting no food. Ooh, Halloween. That's Michael Myers. Freddy, Jason, and Michael Myers are probably the top three. I don't think we can dispute top three. Unless you're talking about Saw. Ooh, what's the little clown with the Pennywise? I think they the top, those top five. Top three though, I think Jason, Michael, and Freddy. Jason, Michael, and Freddy are top three. I think those are the top three, hands down. Nobody is scarier or more recognized than those three. Jason, Michael, and Freddy. Top three. Hands down. Nobody would know Norman Bates if he walked in a room, which makes him a more effective killer. Pennywise is up there, but I don't know how scary Pennywise is. I think if you just automatically scared of clowns, Pennywise jumps up to the top. What about my man? Okay, so we got three. I'm going to throw in a fourth person, and we need to figure out if this fourth person hits it. My man Chucky. Chucky is up there. I think I know Texas Chainsaw Guy because of the way he's dressed, but I don't even know his name. Chucky could get in that list. We could replace somebody with Chucky, maybe. Chucky is an aluminum fourth. Chucky is aluminum fourth. All right, so we've knocked out scary movies for my black people that can't say the word horror. Chucky was funny. All right, Chucky is funny, so Chucky is knocked out. Bam, Chucky is gone. We got our three. Let's go ahead. Let's talk it out. This one's gonna be tough. You know I'm saving comedy for last because I'm a comedian. But let's go ahead. Let's talk about these romantic movies. Top three romantic movies. Well, let's go with the other two. There's The Notebook, and then two other movies. The top three romance movies. There's The Notebook, and then there's two other movies we can throw in there. I've been reading a lot of commentary recently about how Love and Basketball is not actually a romantic movie. You got The Notebook, Pretty Woman, Ghost, The Wood. That's what that man in the gym was talking about. Solid dick. I don't know. The Wood, Casablanca. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon for the rest of your life. Z, Titanic took so long. I think we lost some of the romance in Titanic because they ain't do nothing but sweat that one car up. Love Jones. The blues in your left leg trying to be the funk in your right. Love Jones is up there. Notebook. Titanic has gotten 2 votes. Titanic's gotten 2 votes. Notebook number 1 on the romance movies. Titanic. When Harry Met Sally. What about Sleepless in Seattle? Love and Basketball. is getting a vote. The Bodyguard. We forget about the Bodyguard sometimes. I think sometimes we forget about the Bodyguard. I think that song made the Bodyguard more iconic than the movie. I think that song did more for the Bodyguard than the movie. Never Been Kissed, gonna have to let that go because that's never been seen. Brown Sugar, it's a massager. I got it from Brookstone. Brown Sugar, good film. Good film. Is that a top all-time film though? In order to make it into this top all-time films, it's got to be a film that you'll just go watch over and over again. You don't have no problem with watching it. Now, this film that I'm getting ready to throw out there has a love element in it, but I don't know if it's a love story or not. So I may have to slide it down to top drama. Ooh, Mahogany. That's great. Okay, so Love Jones has gotten a couple of votes. So we've gone with so top two so far. Z. I'm gonna hold on that. Love Jones, Reese, you can't keep voting for Love Jones. I almost gave Love Jones another vote, but it just happened to be you. So Notebook, Love Jones. We got to figure out what the third best romance movie. I wanted to throw for Madea goes to jail. I wanted to throw Forrest Gump in there. I just don't know what to consider Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump may be in my top 3 movies of all time, period. Regardless of what genre Forrest Gump might be in there, because Forrest Gump gives you everything. It gives you the comedy, the humor, social, love, everything except for it ain't scary at all. It ain't scary at all. Nothing scary about Forrest Gump. Gives you a little bit of everything. So somebody include a bit. We got to come up with a third. We got to come up with a third. Lady Sings the Blues is great too. Mahogany. Let's go with Mahogany. Can we throw Mahogany in there as the third best? As the third best love story? No, because they gave Love and Basketball more than one vote. So Love and Basketball. So it's The Notebook, Brown Sugar, Love and Basketball. All right. That's tough. Those are 3 good movies, I guess. 3 good movies. Now I'm gonna go to one that's gonna surely start a fight. Let's go ahead and start a fight. Oh, Pretty Woman. I did say Pretty Woman. Dirty Dancing. Nobody puts Baby in the corner. All right, let's go here. Let's go here. And I know all of y'all are gonna claim that y'all are adults and y'all don't know and you ain't seen them, but I know you've seen them. Top 3 animated movies. It's The Lion King and 2 other ones. It's The Lion King and 2 more movies. That's just how animated is gonna have to go. Lion King, and you give me the other 2. I'm going Lion King, Finding Nemo. I'm going Lion King, Finding Nemo, and my third. And see now this is gonna be rough because I'm. Hey, look, Z, I see you said Princess and the Beast. Okay, I mean Beauty and the Beast. I got you. Goodness. So now in third place, we running into some hard decisions. Princess and the Frog, Toy Story. Princess and the Frog only had 1 movie. Toy Story had multiple, but some of them didn't count. So all the Toy Story movies weren't good. The original Toy Story was good. Even Toy Story 2, I think which the one where they ended up in. I think Toy Story 4 was out there. Minions is good. Lots of votes for Toy Story. Lots of votes for Despicable Me. Ooh, Princess and the Frog. Lion King, Finding Nemo, Lion King, Finding Nemo, Lion King, Emperor's New Groove, good film, not top ranked, not near the top, nowhere near. A good film, a good film. Ratatouille, good film, not one of the best. We're looking at Princess and the Frog, the Mama Odie scene. Got to put it up there. Great songs there. Oh, Donna's throwing a complete wrench in there. Donna hit us with a complete take us out. Shrek is there. Shrek is right there. Shrek might even bump Finding Nemo. Because Shrek came through until they got to, I think, Shrek the third, they kind of lost it. But Shrek 1, Shrek the 1, and Shrek the 2, great. Shrek the 1 and Shrek the 2, fantastic movies. That's a nice boulder. Those right there, you can't lose with either one of the Shreks. So number 1, still the Lion King. Now the Lion King did all they could to ruin greatness. The Lion King is doing everything they can. 1.5, garbage. Lion King 2, I mean, was all right. Golly. Why'd you do this to me, Snoop? Kung Fu Panda. Lion King and Shrek. Now we got to fight it out between Kung Fu Panda, Princess and the Frog, and Toy Story for 3. Now we got to fight it out between Lady and the Tramp. No, not even a top flight Disney film. Lady and the Tramp was okay, but it ain't even top flight Disney. Oh, we're gonna slide in there at number 3. Princess and the Frog or Kung Fu Panda? Princess and the Frog, Kung Fu Panda. Princess and the Frog, Kung Fu Panda. Princess and the Frog, Kung Fu Panda. Princess and the Frog. Princess and the Frog. Gotta do it. Princess and the Frog. Definitely not the 3 Diablos. Princess and the Frog. Tarzan, good film. All right, so now let's go to an obscure top 3. But I think this works because the man has got such an amazing body of work. Top 3 Eddie Murphy movies. Top 3 Eddie Murphy films. Top 3. Top 3 Eddie Murphy films. We're going to go with Coming to America, probably. We could throw Shrek in there. Beverly Hills Cop. Dr. Dolittle. Ooh, Trading Places. Nutty Professor. Life, Harlem Nights. I'm just going to go down. Why y'all throwing Vampire in Brooklyn in there? Vampire in Brooklyn cannot count. I'm gonna go look really quickly, and you can't tell me that Eddie Murphy ain't one of the greatest of all time. Just look at. I'm just looking at some of his movies. Mr. Church, Bowfinger, The Distinguished Gentleman, Metro, Coming to America, 48 Hours, another 48 Hours, Dr. Dolittle, Dreamgirls, Shrek, Boomerang, You People, Vampire in Brooklyn, Nutty Professor, I Spy, Pluto Nash, Eddie Murphy's Raw, Beverly Hills Cop, Shrek, Norbit, Life, Harlem Nights, Showtime, Meet Dave, The Golden Child, Trading Places, Mulan, Dolomite, Holy Man, imagine that. Candy Cane Lane, Daddy Daycare, 1,000 Words. Norbit. Forgot about Norbit. They didn't even listen. Oh, yes, they did. Top 3 Eddie Murphy movies. Top 3 Eddie Murphy movies. Coming to America. I've always liked Life over, and I think this is an amazing argument. I've always liked Life over Harlem Nights. I like Harlem Nights. Don't get me wrong. But I've been a bigger fan. I personally, for me, bigger fan of Life than I am Harlem Nights. But then how do we leave out the Beverly Hills Cop franchise? How do we leave out 48 Hours? 48 Hours and Beverly Hills Cop, same film. But then how do we skip Nutty Professor? And how do we skip Nutty Professor? And then where do we put Dreamgirls? Jimmy Got Soul? Then Trading Places. Coming to America, number 1. Coming to America is number 1. I think that's his best film by far. Coming to America, number 1. Now, a lot of people haven't seen Mr. Church. I think that was his greatest performance in the film, was in Mr. Church. If you haven't seen Mr. Church, do yourself a favor and go see Mr. Church. Trading Places is right there. I think Trading Places put them on the map. Trading Places. So we got Coming to America, Trading Places. Then we got a fight over Life and Harlem Nights. Now I see most of y'all are going Harlem Nights. I see what y'all did there, and there's nothing wrong. I've always had, as a comedian, I've always argued with myself over which movie set would I want to be on as a comedian. Would I rather have been on the set of Life or the set of Harlem Nights? Harlem Nights, you got all of these greats. You got all of these greats. You got all of these kind of past their prime, but still greats. So you got, and I'm just talking about from a comedic standpoint, you got Eddie Murphy. You got possibly the GOAT and Richard Pryor. You got Red Fox. I mean, Arsenio Hall. But then you go on the other side on Life, you got Eddie Murphy, Bernie Mac. Eddie Murphy, Bernie Mac, Martin Lawrence, Guy Torrey, Anthony Anderson. You got so many comics in Life. I'm giving it to Life. Top 3, Trading Places, Coming to America, Life. Man, that was hard. That was difficult. I'm gonna give you a couple more genres, and then we're gonna jump out of here. This one is gonna be just for my geeks, for my nerds, real quick. Top 3 Marvel films. Top 3 Marvel movies. Some of y'all aren't into Marvel films, and that's all right. I'm with it. I just want to know what y'all think are the top Marvel films. You got Black Panther. So can I say this? And can I just be 100% honest? Black Panther was an overrated film. Black Panther was good. It was an overrated film. We did it for the cultural significance, but Black Panther wasn't that good of a movie. It wasn't that good of a movie. The cultural significance of it was great. Not a very good movie. You got Captain America, Captain Marvel, Iron Man, the Iron Man series, the Hulk, Thor, the Avengers, Iron Man 3, Winter Soldier. I'm gonna give y'all my 3. Michelle said, I ain't never seen Black Panther. I'm gonna say this. And this may shock a few people. So here's the thing: the two Avengers movies got to be number 1 and 2. Infinity War and Endgame got to be number 1 and 2. If you're talking just Marvel movies, Infinity War and Endgame, Infinity War especially, when everybody dies at the end of the Infinity War, you're done. Infinity War and Endgame 1 and 2. Now you can start getting into the fight for number 3. The Winter Soldier, Captain America Winter Soldier, amazing. Thor lets you down in most of his movies. Doctor Strange, one of my personal favorites. I always throw in, as far as Spider-Man movies, I love Spider-Man. Civil War is Civil War is great. Civil War is great. Civil War is great. I like Spider-Man, but I like Miles Morales as Spider-Man. I think that's the best Spider-Man movie out of all of them. The first Captain America or Winter Soldier? Then if you're going to go with Spider-Man, which one of the Spider-Man movies are we talking about? No Way Home. In No Way Home, when all the Spider-Man came together in No Way Home, that's a high quality movie. Winter Soldier might be number 3. Bucky Barnes was on it. Why are you bringing Fantastic Four in here? Fantastic Four didn't do it at all. Eternals was horrible. Thor can never quite get his own movies together. He can't get his own movies together. That's his problem. So James, you going with those first 1 and 2? I just don't. I don't feel those were better than the later ones. When you start talking about No Way Out, Homecoming, all of those, not Homegoing. They can tell y'all I've been too black too long. I start talking about a Homegoing. I've been too black too long. All right, last one. Just because it's the Olympics, Aquaman is not a Marvel film, James. Guardians of the Galaxy was good. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was the best. James, you doing Aquaman? That ain't even a Marvel film. That's DC. I told you this was for the geeks. All right, I'm gonna do this one just because it's Olympic time, and this takes care of 2 things. One, best sports film. Best sports film. What is the best sports movie, and why is it Remember the Titans? Y'all say what y'all want to say. I'm telling y'all now, Remember the Titans to me, best sports film of all time. Now you can count Love and Basketball as a sports movie. It's a sports film and a love movie. But best sports movie, and why is it Remember the Titans? If you are saying anything other than Remember the Titans, I don't trust you. I wouldn't leave you around small children. I wouldn't loan you money. Rocky is great. Rocky is great, Z. Rocky is great. And of course, you can go through the pantheon of Rocky films. But remember that there is no film like Remember the Titans. Who's Your Daddy? Hoosiers is a great film. Blindside is moderate. The least I'm gonna have to. I can't put Blindside near the top in the pantheon of movies. Rocky is so great. Remember the Titans stands alone as number 1, but Rocky, left side, strong side. Listen, Remember the Titans stands alone. Rocky to me is great because not only did Rocky had 5 successful movies of his own. Or was it 6? But it also birthed the Creed films, and Creed came through, and Creed is standalone good as well. Creed stands on its own as the Rocky of this generation. Like, if you never seen, like, most of these young kids ain't never seen Rocky. I made my kids watch the Rocky films. I made them see where it came from. So they know where Creed came from. They get it. But Creed stood alone in what it did. To me, Creed is one of the better remakes of films. Because it stood alone and it took a film, modernized it, didn't lose it. Z, you got me. Z, you got me. I didn't think of this as a sports film. Remember the Titans is number 1, Rocky is number 2. James, stop playing with me on Cool Runnings. Jamaica's got a bobsled team. No. Remember the Titans, Rock is number 2. Z, I never counted the Karate Kid as just a sports movie, but I think it is. I think Karate Kid. So, Snoop, are we looking over the program? Program was a great film. Karate Kid, listen, you can't tell me you didn't see Karate Kid and think you could crane kick. After you saw Karate Kid, you was crane kicking everywhere. That's cultural significance. You was out there crane kicking everything. No, $1 Million Baby doesn't count. You was out there crane kicking everything. Everybody ain't even seen $1 Million Baby. It's a good film. Everybody ain't seen it. Wax on, wax off became part of the lexicon of the world. Karate Kid is number 3. Remember the Titans, Rocky, Karate Kid. Karate Kid is number 3. White Man Can't Jump, great. You're Killing Me, Smalls, The Sandlot, great film. These are all good films. Hoop Dreams, great film. Did not affect society. Did not affect society the way Karate Kid can be considered, and I'm not talking about from a purist standpoint. I'm not talking about from a purist standpoint. From a purist standpoint, Karate Kid is not the greatest karate movie. 5 Deadly Venoms is. But you could really consider Karate Kid the best karate movie of all time. Coach Carter is a fantastic film. Let the boys play. But Coach Carter never quite made it over the top. Bad News Bears is a great film. Karate Kid changed the way we all looked at karate. In our minds, we were all black belts because of the Karate Kid. Wait, that we can't include that. That was great though. Now, here's the only reason why I can't include what is your greatest high. What is your greatest fear? Not your greatest high. Because they also use that in Akeelah and the Bee. That quote has been used in multiple films. Your greatest fear is not that you are inadequate. Ah, what a saying. The Denzel, see, if you can't even remember the name of it, it can't be. Jesus Shuttlesworth was his name in the film. See, no, any film that you gotta ask what was the name of it can't count. If you gotta ask, what the name of it is not. If you gotta ask, you can't. It can't be. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Oh, Donna, you hit me with Brian's song. Woo! That was emotional. That was emotional. He Got Game, Gridiron Gang, good film, but no. Karate Kid. And to be more specific, Karate Kid 2 for me. When he goes over to Okinawa with Mr. Miyagi, the fight for that village, the fight for Tomi Village, tear up right here. That's where I tear up from. That's a different tear when you tear from here. Let's get into the word of the day. Let's get into, I should have some track and field finals today. We should be getting close to the end of it all for the Olympics. We should have the 200 final should be today. I need to tune in because it's a different time over there, and I'm in my room and I can't watch it on the TV in my room, and I'm going to tell you why. It is nothing but laziness. I lost my remote somewhere, and so I just haven't watched TV at all because I can't find my remote. I got to go in a whole nother room of the house. Now I could just look for my remote, but there we go. Today's word of the day is balayage. Balayage, B-A-L-A-Y-A-G-E. Balayage. Balayage is a technique by which a colorist creates highlights or lowlights in a person's hair by painting freehand using long sweeping strokes. Balayage may also refer to the highlights or lowlights produced by this technique. The stylist was lauded for his skill in balayage. The monotone dress perfectly complemented her ombre balayage. 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 Let me look in between the bed and the dresser real quick. The dresser's on the other side of the room. I got a little nightstand thing, but it's not there. I found a hat in between there, but not my remote. It's probably under the bed. Probably fell off the back end. So what happens is I got one of them beds that reclines. So if I ever recline the bed, I like my bed to be against the headboard. I don't like any space in between. Because when I got space in between my headboard and the bed, pillows fall back there and all that kind of stuff, right? See, we got more time. We can do more movies another day. Pillows and all kinds of stuff fall between the headboard and they fall back there. So I like to keep the mattress flush against the headboard. What happens is when I raise the bed up sometimes I want to just sit in bed sitting up. When I do that, the bed scoots down and is no longer flush against the headboard. And that's how I lose stuff back there. And my bed is heavy. It's heavy. I can't just move. Like when I was a kid, I had a twin. I just move the bed in and out. This king is crazy. Track and field, I got the 200 to 3,000 steeplechase men's 1,500. Not a big money bed. I got it on sale. It's regular money. Here's my thing. If I ain't got nobody sleeping in my bed, I might as well make the bed work for me. If ain't no magic happening in there, I might as well let it recline, decline, all that. Not big money until you get that sleep number. I don't have no sleep numbers. I don't even know what my sleep number is. Nobody's sleeping in my bed, messing with my head. There you go. It's Tuesday, man. We're having a fantastic Tuesday, man. I hope everybody's Tuesday is going. I don't have the Cali King, Z. That's different. Cali King ain't nothing but what? 2 queens, 2 twins, whatever. No, I don't have that. I wish though. That's gonna be, I don't even have no bedroom for. I do, but that's neither here nor there. If I got a California King, I wouldn't even be able to move around my bedroom at all. Just a regular king. Just a regular king size bed. It's just regular. Regular. That way I figured I get me a king size bed. That way it won't matter what size woman I get. No matter how big she is. There's enough room in here for both of us. There's enough room in here for the both of us. So we can lay apart. You gotta have enough room in your bed that you'll be able to not be close to each other. You gotta have that. Gotta have enough room in your bed that y'all can be like, Cause Because when you got that twin or when you got a smaller bed and then y'all mad at each other, y'all can't go nowhere. You still laying there cheek to cheek. Cheek to cheek. What's an Olympic king? I ain't never heard of Olympic king. Olympics. There we go. Man, y'all have a fantastic day on this Tuesday, man. Try not to let anything hold you down, discourage you, or put you past where you need to be. I'm gonna look up an Olympic king bed. Okay. Since you told me to look it up, Olympic king bed. Olympic king size bed. I see the California king. Let's see, Olympic. So I keep just saying, all I'm seeing is king. Let me see. I don't see the Olympic king size bed. Let me see. I can't believe you got me looking this up. What is an Olympic size bed? Oh, it falls between a standard king and king size match. So it's not as big as a king. I don't know. It's fine. I want whatever bed Shaq got. Whatever bed Shaq got is fine for me. Whatever bed Shaq got. Anyway, y'all done got me take all count worrying about a mattress that I don't even use for nothing but sleep. If I was in here being thick, solid, it would be different. France is wrong. They don't have air conditioning in the village. I've heard stories about the village not being. So here's my thing about the Olympic Village. Somebody need to use the Olympic Village after it's over. After it's over, what we gonna do with it? So you get what you get. You don't pitch a fit. Tell your country to get you a hotel. If your country don't get you, if your country won't get you a bed with a hotel room, blame the country, not the Olympics. Have a fantastic day, man. I'm trying to get out of here so that y'all can get out of here too. Have a great day, man. Don't forget, I am currently accepting donations. We're getting this Aquafina on Friday to give to the Norfolk State University Spartan Legion and the Elizabeth City State University Sound the Class Band. We are donating water to those two bands. If you want to get cases of Aquafina, y'all can let me know. Y'all can donate them on your own, and you don't even need me, but that's what our push is, to make sure we get that to them Friday. Cases of water, Aquafina water to ECSU and Norfolk State University's marching bands, Sounds of Class, the Mighty Spartan Legion. So we're gonna make sure we get those waters for them. If you don't want to go pick up any cases of water, you just want to send me a donation. My Cash App is right there. It's Cletus Comedy, CLETUS Comedy. Let's go out with a bang, man. Let's have a fantastic time supporting those two HBCUs and those kids who do a fantastic job representing those schools, man. It's fantastic. I know Stephanie Saunders is a friend of the show. She's on here all the time. She does an amazing job over at North State. And Snoop's wife, Juliette Boykins, is not just a friend of the show, even though she don't ever watch the show. She's a friend of mine, and that's what counts. Snoop is a friend of the show, so we want to make sure we support our own by doing so. So ECSU and North State University's bands, we're going to make sure we get them to them. Franita got green and gold, blue and white. I think the blue and white will probably be Tau Beta Sigma. So you got KK side, Tau Beta Sigma. So yeah, so we're gonna support those two band programs. That's gonna be great. Got to get it in here by Friday. So Friday, y'all will get ready with me as we go pick up the cases of water. Whether I'll drive them all the way to ECSU, I don't know. I might just meet Snoop and be like, "Hey, Snoop, take this down there to your wife." Cut my drive down. Yo, big shout outs to my man Marquise Austin off the top. Just gave a huge donation. Huge. So big shout outs, Marquise, man. I gotta definitely let him know. Appreciate you for that, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Just made a donation. If you are ever in need of any services, I got to give him a plug for that. If you ever in need of any services, man, this dude does amazing work on restoring homes. They does roofs and all kinds of stuff. So Marquis Alston, y'all look him up. Marquis. Marquis, y'all check him out. Oh my gosh, Tanya Fields Hines just came through. We finna water these bands up. We getting them moist, saturated. We gonna these bands is gonna be moist. Y'all make sure y'all let know. We gonna get this water to them. Thank you so much, man. And I had the pictures. Let y'all see all the water that we getting. Let me look on Sam's Club right now before we get off of here. Sam's Club, we got to get the Aquafina, mostly because Norfolk State has a sponsorship deal, which is crazy. That they're gonna have you got to use our water in there, but you're not gonna donate enough water for us to just be so that they all right. Oh man, shoot, we get a 32 pack of water. Gonna run us about $6 per pack. Blah, 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 blah. We already got 10, 20. We already got enough now for about 25, 30 cases. So keep it up. Y'all keep it up. Let's try to get at least 100 cases for each band. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can get it done. All right. Everybody, we love y'all, man. I love y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for all that y'all do. I'm excited about what we got going on with this show, and the fact that we're able to give back to the community is great. All right. I love y'all, man. I'm out. Make sure you make somebody feel good today, even if that's somebody just all right, you're gonna be listening in. I guarantee it. Stay thick. Soft. We out. Peace.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Yeah, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again. Started